to myself, I swear, the number of times I clobber my own elbow on this table is insane. It should not happen. Like, I know it's there. I know exactly where it is, but it happens all the time. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, hi, I'm Jacqueline. I'm glad to have you. Consider subscribing if you are interested in beauty videos, as I generally put out 2 per week, and I would love for you to be a part of them. Click that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button to stay notified of all my latest videos. That will send you a notification via email or on your phone when I post stuff new. Otherwise, you may never hear from me again because YouTube is weird. I would like to show you how I got this eye look today. If you are interested in that look, you're in the right place. Keep watching. Click that like button if you are excited to see how I did this with the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette. I did trickle in a little bit of my ColourPop Yes Please palette as well, just because this palette is a little bit lacking in transition shades for those of us who are much fairer in skin tone. That helped us out to blend the edges a little bit. I'm trying out a new mascara today. I'm trying on a new lip product today, which I don't think I filmed the application for you, but this is the NYX Strictly Vinyl Lip Gloss. This is a new product to their line, and this is the only color I picked up. This is the color 3, Sugar Mama. It's a pretty interesting color. It's very brown, but still flattering at the same time. I don't really understand how they did that, but I'm enjoying it so far. I've been wearing it for about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes now, and no major issues. It is incredibly thick though, so if you have an unsettling feeling with something sticky or goopy on your lips, this is not for you. It really does feel like you're almost painting your lips. As someone who puts on makeup every day, that is a very specific sensation, and it is isolated to this product for me, personally. I don't know if that's everyone's experience, but that was certainly mine. I'm gonna show you guys how I got this eye look, and then we'll just kind of chat as I do the rest of my makeup. I have a lot of things to update you on. Welcome to our beauty room. I'm sorry all you can see is white doors and walls and stuff. We'll work on it, we'll get there, we'll get something pretty and cute going in the background, but thanks for bearing with me. Welcome to my new space. We're recreating a look that I had on in one of my vlogs. One of you asked for a tutorial on this. I had planned on doing it way sooner than this, but life happens, so we're doing it now. And I do have my Skin Iceland eye masks on today. I will say that this shadow, while it's incredibly pigmented and wonderful, it does have some fallout. And with this deep purple especially, you can get some staining. That's why I have these masks on. I did get some fallout on my other eye before deciding to go with this method. Set down my brow bone and the inner portion of this crease. And dust off some excess. This is going to go on the outer corner. I'm using patting motions to get the most color payoff here. I also don't want it to move very far because I'm placing this where I want it. You can see I'm placing mine at a rather strategic angle here, kind of flaring outwards. That's going to make my eyes have a more cat-like effect. Since my eyes are somewhat close set, that's a technique I tend to use a lot. And then without picking up any more product, I am just going to kind of blend into the crease just to start our kind of groundwork here. I'm not going too far because I really don't want to take that depth into that crease very much at all. I'm going to start blending that outer edge of the purple. I know that this looks a little bit crazy, but I promise it will be pretty. This is one of those eye looks where the first time I did it, I was just like, this was a terrible, terrible idea. Until the end. Until I had mascara on, it just looked like a train wreck. That's sometimes how colorful looks are, or smoky looks. That's just kind of the nature of the beast. It looks like an absolute hot mess until it is complete. And then it's like, oh, that's kind of beautiful. Just gonna kind of blend those two together. I don't want there to be a ton of pink in this look, but it does help the orange and the purple to kind of play a little nicer, where they get almost kind of a brown mixture going on right here. I'm reaching back into hippie now because I want to go a little bit higher. And I still want that orange to have a place. Just for a little bit of depth and anchoring, since I did this on the other eye. It doesn't look like I'm having the same issues this time, but this stays in that same color family, but adds a little bit more depth so that we don't lose all the work we did with adding color in by like adding a brown or something like that to deepen, and start blending that peachy tone to kind of diffuse these edges a bit more. Just because I feel like I lost a little bit of that orange, we're going to tap it off pretty generously. And then right where I want that orange to be is where I set it down first and start kind of working in small motions. Because again, while I want it to be blended, I don't want to lose the integrity of that orange on the edge, so it's important to not overblend. You can see that my skin is not really moving because that's how light a touch I'm using. Now I'm going to go back to my Yes Please palette and to that creamy shade and start to blend out the edges of all of this, because that's going to make it instantly look 10 times more sophisticated and like I took way more time on it. You can see this kind of harsh line that's happening out here. I don't want that. We're also going to touch up this purple shade and then we'll see what we need to do. This little portion right here, I want to be blended a little more. I'm going to pick up Hippie, the orange shade. Just blend right there. Because that was not making me happy. If you notice my eyes watering and stuff like that, I apologize. I am on, well, not cold medicine. I've been on cold medicine for a week, but now I'm on antibiotics and a steroid because I have a sinus infection. The joys, you know? Tried to take on a few too many things. My body put me in my place. It's all good. That is what I want it to look like. It looks like I don't have quite the same depth over here, so I'm going to correct that really quickly off camera because I don't want to bore you. Totally forgot to mention, as the final step of this look, what I did was take a little bit of this lightest shade that we used on the brow bone, put that on my lid, and then just used the crease brush to kind of blend that out. If you notice it overlapping too much of these dark colors, I didn't pick up any additional product, but I did just kind of fluff this over the edge that had the purple on it to kind of blend them all together. I'm gonna remove these guys. Ooh. Let's do some face makeup, shall we? I will have everything I've used listed for you down below, but I'm not going to do a tutorial for the rest of this video just because I kind of wanted to catch up with you guys. I may be using some new things, so just because I have something listed in the description box down below saying that I used it does not mean that I endorse you going and buying it. So keep that in mind if you are going off of those. We gotta go back a little while so that I can kind of fill you guys in. You guys saw me about 3 weeks ago, the day before I started my new job. I was on my way to work for the first day of actually being there and being where I'm supposed to be. I got an fender bender on the way there. I was late to my first day. I was able to get a hold of them, thankfully, and let them know what was going on. Nobody was hurt, thank God. Everything was just fine, but an unpleasant start to my day. I had a moment where I could totally cry right now because I'm just so overwhelmed and stressed and freaked out, but I feel like that would derail my day and I'm just not willing to do that right now. I didn't let myself get too worked up about it and just moved on with my day. I had a great first day at my job and I wish I could tell you guys more, but unfortunately it's just one of those things again where I'd be making some compromises for my own safety and mental health to tell you guys more than I'm telling you. We've been doing 1 video a week until now. I'm really excited to get back to 2 videos a week for you because you guys know this is my passion and this is my love and I love making videos for you guys. I actually just ordered an accessory kit for my GoPro because I am just determined that we are going to do more vlogs. And I really enjoy editing them for you and making them for you, so I hope you enjoy watching them. You guys seem to enjoy them, though I will say my last couple of vlogs didn't get as many views. I think it's because I was absent on Instagram, just with everything that's been going on in my life. I haven't been able to give as much attention to the different parts of my social media in the last couple of weeks, so I think that's definitely been showing. So I moved And then I was actually scheduled the next day to start working. And I worked the next couple of days, and then I had one day off, so I kind of started to unpack because my entire house was still in boxes. I've been here, it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. And so far we really, really enjoy this place. And it's a little bit smaller than our last one, but I think it's the perfect size for us right now. Almost unpacked. I'm really proud of that. Last time I moved, I was not working yet because we moved from out of state and unpacked in like 2 days or 4 days or something. And then it was just done and it was great. This time it was very different from that. It's been more unpacking in pieces and just doing what you have to do to be livable and deal with it later kind of thing. It's been a little chaotic. I think I ran myself a little too hard because, like I said, I've been on cold medicine for a week and I decided I need to go to the doctor because this cold medicine is not taking care of this. And they decided that I probably have a sinus infection since I've been sick this long, and I'm starting to feel a lot of pressure behind my ear on this side because it's starting to back up there. And I started a pretty low-grade antibiotic, and I'm on a steroid to take down some of the inflammation. I think, all things considered, all the crazy stuff that's been happening, I'm in a really good place. A little reflection, it's coming through my blinds now. I had paper blinds in the last place, so they didn't have the little gaps, but now I have gaps, so sorry. I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to tell you guys. I felt like I had so much to tell you sitting down to film this video, and now that I'm talking, I don't feel like there's much to share at all. Oh, why do I do that to myself? I swear, the number of times I clobber my own elbow on this table is insane. It should not happen. Like, I know it's there. I know exactly where it is, but it happens all the time. You guys were aware when I traded out the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Almond for Vanilla. Vanilla was still too dark for me. It was still too yellow. So I really hope that the rumors that they are working on expanding this shade range, I really hope those rumors are true. I am on now my third shade of the Born This Way concealer, and this is the shade Porcelain, in case you're wondering. This is my closest match, as it is still a little bit yellow, but it works. While I do like this concealer, it is kind of finicky on my skin so far. It creased really badly when I set it with the Hourglass Veil translucent powder, and that doesn't have an issue with any other concealer that I have. So that was a little weird, but seriously, my breath keeps catching on this nasty snot dripping down the back of my throat. So lovely. Lately, I've been taking my finger on this innermost portion of my under eye after I'm done blending out my concealer, just because that's where I have the most little like fine lines and crepiness, and that's where I tend to get creasing. So I'm just trying to pick up excess concealer. Since your sponge is designed to not pick up too much of your product, it can be a good thing to use a different tool. And if you feel like you took off too much or something, yeah, go back in with your sponge and blend it there again. But I think that's gonna be fine. I'm gonna blend out down here once more. I just set my under eyes and the center of my face with a little bit of RCMA no color powder. That one has been my tried and true lately, as I have been incredibly dry, and since this Born This Way concealer didn't perform very well with the Veil powder from Hourglass that I've been liking, I found that this has been working with it pretty well, so I like the RCMA with it, just FYI. I can't get enough of this product. I've been using it consistently every day that I do my makeup. This is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer. I'm taking that on this EcoTools blending and bronzing brush. This is perfect. If you're looking for a nice diffused bronze look, I just love this brush. I really load it on there, and then I just kind of start dabbing and blending, almost like you would with a beauty sponge. That's kind of a similar motion I do with this brush, just because I want to kind of stipple and bring some warmth back into the face, but I'm trying not to move anything that we've already put down, so short movements, kind of dabbing motions. This kind of doubles as a contour for me just because the undertone is perfect. And if I'm feeling particularly lazy or I'm really running late, I will actually stripe this on my face and then blend it out. But I think this looks a little more seamless, so when I have the time, I apply it with the brush instead because it gives you a much softer appearance than blended out stripes, if you know what I mean. You can see the difference between this side and this side. This side has my cheekbone carved back in and this side doesn't, and it just looks so different. It's insane. This is by theBalm. This is their Take Home the Bronze Anti-Orange Bronzer. I picked up the shade Oliver. They had to change the names of these because they named them after awards shows, and I think they named them too close for everyone's comfort, so they had to change those really quickly. So if you have one that says a different name, that's exactly why. Lucky you, you got it before the scandal. I don't like to go too heavy with the bronzer on top just because it will intensify and add more depth to that color that you already have. So I just like to do a light amount. I can't remember what blush I was wearing in that video because it's been so long. So I'm just gonna go in with some Milani Luminoso. Recently added this back into my collection and I have no regrets. This is a beautiful formula. Just lightly sheeny, but very flattering. It's not accentuating texture or anything. Taking some of this Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter. Since this one is coming back this holiday season, I thought it would be appropriate to put it in a video for you guys. I love this one. If you've not already seen my dupes video that I did most recently, I will link that for you as there is a drugstore dupe for this color. If you don't feel like shelling out $28 for this time, you can maybe get the drugstore alternative if you go watch that video. I'll link it for you over here. I think this is a gorgeous highlighter. You don't have to pay this price tag for it though, so just full disclosure. Throwing brushes today. What else is new? I'm gonna put that on my inner corner too. Just to blend all those colored products together, I'm gonna grab a little bit of RCMA No Color Powder on my large Sonia Kashuk powder brush. I know how counterintuitive this seems when you've very particularly placed all these colors, but by picking up a little bit of that translucent powder and just buffing it into place, you're really giving a final blend to everything, but not moving it enough to where you have blush in the wrong places, if you know what I'm saying. Alright dreamers, let's finish up the lower lash line before I finish up this face with some mascara. Then going back to the ColourPop Yes Please palette and that peach transition shade, I'm gonna buff out that color. I'll be right back with some mascara. So this is our finished makeup look. I hope you enjoyed doing this look with me. If you did, please give me a like down below. That does help me out a lot. You can always leave comments down below too. That is a huge help. Every interaction does count. If you have ideas for videos that you have not yet seen on my channel, always leave that for me down there as well. I love creating videos based on what you guys would like to see. Anyway, you know what to do. If you have not already, please subscribe before you go. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are, and I hope you keep dreaming. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.